Guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be tips for females going to Air Force Basic Military Training, or BMT. I graduated February 2019, and make sure you guys stay tuned until the end. I had some really good tips sent to my Instagram DMs. I reached out on there and said, hey, are there any females on here who have been through BMT who would like to share their own tips as well? So I'm going to include those at the end of this video. I have their Instagrams tagged, and feel free to leave some more in the comments because tips are a good thing when you're going to Air Force Basic Military Training. You want to be as prepared as you can, and there's always going to be tips and tricks that we can share with each other. So let's do that in the comments. Hopefully these tips are helpful to you, and hopefully the girls' DMs at the end that they shared with me are going to be helpful as well. So let's just jump right into the tips. Okay, tip number one is cut your hair if you're not severely attached to it, and I'm going to tell you why. The biggest piece of stress for me at BMT was probably doing my hair. I was constantly worried about if I would have enough time, if I had flyaways, if the gel was staying, if there was stuff sticking out of my bun, if I was gonna get yelled at for taking too long to do my hair. Honestly, before I left, I wish I would have cut it into the perfect length, which in my opinion for BMT is when you cut it so that it fits into a ponytail, and the ponytail is not longer than the length of the back of your collar for your OCP top. At the time we wore ABUs, but if it is a within regs ponytail, you are so lucky. There was, I think, only one girl in my flight who had that perfect length where she could just put it in a ponytail every day, and I was like, why didn't anyone tell me this? So just so you guys know, if you are super stressed about your hair, super stressed about putting it in a bun neatly and quickly, cut it. It will grow back, and you will have plenty of time to do your hair the way you want to when you are in tech school and when you're in the operational Air Force. I would just grow it back out after BMT if you want, or you might decide that you like it short and you just want to keep it in a ponytail. Before going to BMT, I would recommend making sure that your hair is going to be in regs the entire time you're there. So this means length, this means color. We have heard horror stories from the salon there where it's very expensive, or they just kind of do what they know they need to do to make it within regs and you don't have a whole lot of say in the process, or the color just comes out wrong, the cut comes out wrong, whatever the case may be. So if you don't want someone else touching your hair at BMT, in which you will also have to pay for, and I heard it's kind of expensive. I personally never dealt with the salon, so this is just he said, she said, I guess, but I would just rather not take the risk personally. So if you do not want someone else touching your hair during BMT, I would just recommend making sure it's going to be in regs the entire time you're there. Another hair tip, I would recommend not washing your hair every day. I know, it sounds kind of gross. I went in the winter, so if you are going to sweat a ton during the summer, then I totally understand if you have to wash your hair every day. Personally, I went in the winter. I did not wash my hair every single day. I know it sounds gross, but one way to avoid that is to put your hair in braids. So that is going in with another tip of mine. If you don't know how to braid your hair, learn how to braid your hair before you go to BMT. You will be so valuable. The girls need their hair braided for like Beast Week, and honestly, just whenever you can get your hair braided, whenever you have time to do it, if you just keep it in braids, that way you don't have to rush through your showers while you're trying to wash it every day. It's already done when you wake up in the morning, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you can at least perfect braiding your own hair, but it would also be really, really helpful to your flight if you know how to braid other people's hair as well. Yes, you can bring spandex if you like to wear it for PT or while you're running, or even under your uniform. A lot of girls did that. A lot of girls also slept in spandex, so if that's what you want to do, then a lot of girls seem to enjoy that. So I was in the Disneyland dorms, the newer dorms. I don't know if this is the same case for the older dorms, Alcatraz, but by the latrine, there is a row of lights that stay on 24/7. So if you get a bed right next to the lights, it might keep you up at night. So bring a sleeping mask. This would be really helpful. There were a couple of girls in my flight who brought a sleeping mask, and I was like, that is freaking genius, because I've personally never used one. I don't think I've ever had to use one, so I didn't even think of it, but luckily my bed was not ever too close to the lights, but there were some girls who would definitely have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, and yeah, I would just bring a sleeping mask if you know that you can't sleep with lights on. So another tip, I would recommend bringing some type of like facial wipe or oil sheet or anything that will make you feel like you got a quick refresh. Like during Beast Week. So Stridex pads were like my best friend. I think they were Stridex pads. It comes in like a little red packaging with like a screw off lid, and they were round, and they're probably terrible for your skin. They probably dry you out. I don't even know what's in them. I just know that once I used those, that thing was brown. Like after Beast Week, I'm so sorry to my skin, but it was completely necessary for those 5 days. I felt disgusting. If you think the showers that you're taking in the dorms are bad, wait till you get into Beast Week. We literally had to shower in like 2 inches of dirty water. Okay, next tip. If you are on birth control and you told your recruiter and they know you're bringing birth control, which is fine, then make sure you bring enough for the entire time so that you don't have to go to the clinic, you don't have to worry about running out, you don't have to worry about them giving you a new brand that could really just mess up your hormones or your moods, or you just don't want to have to deal with that during BMT. So bring enough birth control. If you are approved to bring birth control, make sure you have enough. If they still give you prenatal vitamins, make sure that you take these every day. Just a lot of essential nutrients and vitamins for your body, especially with all the PT you're doing. They told us that it's really helpful for shin splints, and women just need certain things when they're very physically active that our bodies sometimes don't make enough of. So make sure that if they still give you prenatal vitamins, that you're definitely remembering to take those. So certain times during the day, people would call out when they were taking their vitamins so that other girls would remember too. So if you normally take yours when you get out of the shower, someone would just yell, "Remember to take your vitamin," or "vitamins," and yeah, we would just remember to take them. Just make sure that you guys are looking out for each other, because there is going to be a lot of drama, and yeah, just remind each other to take your vitamins. If they still give you guys extra time on Sundays, I would save the really good hair wash and skincare routine for Sundays. We were given 30-minute showers on Sunday, which was amazing, amazing. So on Sundays is when we did the really good wash and condition. We didn't just use a 2-in-1, and we got to shave our legs, and we got to take our time in the shower, exfoliate, even moisturize, like put lotion on. So I would just definitely not worry about that every day, because I don't know how you'll have time for that. Some girls are quick. Okay, so back to hair. You want to make sure that you are bringing everything that you're going to need for your hair for the entire time in BMT. So if you need black bobby pins, brown bobby pins, little elastics for your braids, like clear or brown or black, hair ties, donuts, like whatever you are going to need, scrunchies, make sure you have it all, because there are hundreds of girls who are also shopping at the BX. So it's very possible that the BX is going to be sold out of certain things. I would just bring what you need. Bring your gel, bring whatever you're going to use. Most flights do get a little bit of time to do their makeup for their dress blues photo. So if you care about that, bring a little bit of makeup, bring some tweezers. You might have some time to touch up your eyebrows and do some things that you haven't had time to do in a few weeks. Okay, next tip, I would always carry feminine products with you. Even though they might not be for you, you just never know who in your flight is going to need something like that at any time. So those are just some of the tips that I could think of off the top of my head. I hope that they were helpful. Here I am going to start showing you guys some of the DMs that I received, and you guys can pause the screen, read them. I hope that these are helpful as well. Don't forget to leave your tips for other females in the comments below. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at brittanylynnlewis. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.